guys, welcome back. Sorry this video is a little bit late. I got back from a wedding this weekend and I continue to feel awful, so I didn't want to do this voiceover. But I thought in the spirit of the new Wheel of Time casting news, it felt only right to do Aviendha from Wheel of Time. I believe it's Aviendha Smart? That was how I heard a couple people pronounce it. Apologies if I got it wrong, but she's gorgeous. She was also in Killing Eve, so I'm excited to see her portrayal of this character. I do think it's funny that of all the characters in Wheel of Time, she's kind of like the token lesbian. Like, let's be honest. Yes, she does get with Rand, but like, is he just there? Does she really just love Elaine? And it's like, well, you gotta be with him too sometimes. Just like, alright, fine. That's acceptable. She's very interesting though, because she goes through, I mean, not like a very substantial character arc. She's not like, you know, Rand or Matt, like where she goes from like one thing to becoming completely another thing. For her, a lot of it is self-acceptance, and it's probably been about 2 years since I've read the books. I know I need to do another reread. Well, I don't need to. I want to, but I just don't have the time at all. But that was the main thing that I got from her, was self-acceptance. Like, she was so enmeshed in her identity as a Maiden of the Spear that she just couldn't imagine herself being anything else. Like, that was who she was. That was who she was. And I think that message really resonates no matter what time period you are in, no matter who you are. Like, there are a lot of people that they find an identifier and then that kind of becomes just their everything, that their whole personality. Like, the example I'm going to use is the one that probably is the most mild, but it somehow annoys me the most, and that's the bacon people. Yes, bacon is delicious, but there's those people that, like, they have bacon socks, they put bacon on everything, they have bacon soap, they have bacon this, they have, like, it's just too much. It's just too much. And I know some of those people are unfortunately trapped in the loop of, you mention liking something once, and then for whatever reason all the people around you just, that's what they buy you on birthdays and Christmas and other gift type of days. Like, oh, did Pete say he liked bacon? Great, I'm gonna buy him bacon-themed items for the rest of his natural life. I get that, but like, there are those people. Before bacon, I feel like it was pizza. That was another thing, and it's different than a trend. It's like, it's when it becomes your entire identity. Another one is like the craft beer people. Like, none of these people are bad people, I want to state that. I'm just saying that there are people within those hobbies, preference circles that just, you're like, do you do other things? Like, maybe you need to go outside and touch some grass and have other facets to your personality. And so for, I always want to call her Aviendha. No, that's right. I always want to pronounce it wrong, but I've literally got the right pronunciation in front of me so that I don't pronounce it wrong. I think for her, that was the Maiden of the Spirit. Like, that's why she didn't want to be a wise one. Like, she just couldn't imagine it in her head. And because she was afraid. But she did eventually, you know, she's like, okay, I'm gonna kind of step up and do that. And then she was pushed further out of her comfort zone by, okay, well, not only this, but now you've got this whole Elaine situation, you are with the Wetlanders, like, you are living a completely different life than you expected to. How do you reconcile that? Well, I mean, I think she did an admirable job. Also, I just realized I did not fast forward this. I don't care, it's 12 minutes, you're gonna hear me talk for 12 minutes. Like, I think she did a very admirable job with the tools that she was given for her age, especially. Like, she's 19 in the series, I believe, and just like, that's a lot for a 19-year-old. Like, all of the main characters are very young. Even in the TV show, they're aged up a little bit, but they're still very young. Like, me at 18, no. No. I couldn't even boil water let alone deal with half the stuff that they do. So she did a really good job with it, but yeah. She also has one of the few sex scenes in the entire Wheel of Time, despite it being 20 billion books, which is funny to me. And yeah, I'm not actually going to spoil what that is. I'm not going to do it because it's iconic. And if you've heard me ramble about Wheel of Time enough by now that you're interested, I want to save a surprise for you. So just know that something happens, and it's fantastic and ridiculous, and I support it completely. I'm trying to think of... Like I said, it's been a while since I've reread the series. I'm trying to imagine, or to think about how I imagined her before. Obviously I saw this casting, and I didn't really have a specific face in mind. That's something that when I read, like, I don't have, like, this person looked exactly like this actor, or looked like this, and I have more just, like, a general idea. Some people get more developed or filled out facially than others, but, like, that's, for me, it's not, like, important. I can imagine somebody with green eyes and red hair and just, like, move on with my day. I don't need to get much more specific than that. I think if I had to narrow it down, and again, I'm trying to recollect, like, the first time that I read the series, probably more, like, Native American, so, like, the high cheekbones, but, like, sharp features as well, more narrow eyes, stronger nose, kind of like the flat ridge brow. Definitely not delicate. That would never be a word that I would use to describe her. And I think the actress that they chose, like, I really do think she has not just a great face, but I think she's a great actress too, and I'm really excited to see her interact with Rand, because she's going to be in season 2. They've confirmed that, even though in the books she really wasn't going to be there till the 3rd book. From what I understand, they're combining the 2nd and 3rd books into one, which, that's okay. The series is not going to go on forever and a day, and you know what? I would rather that happen than Game of Thrones. Because we all know what happened to Game of Thrones. Like, I'm perfectly fine with them going, you know what, we're going to cut back and we're just going to focus on the important things. Plus, it makes the book cloaks angry, and I love that. I support that completely. Like, I can't believe that there's still people on the internet, like, being whiny babies about it. You don't have to like the show. You don't have to watch the show. You can fully say, hey, this doesn't feel like Wheel of Time to me, and that is valid. But, like, saying that and going, no, I'm gonna still watch it. I'm gonna hate watch it, and then I'm gonna post bad reviews on it just because I don't like it, and I'm gonna sit and attack anyone else who likes it and call them a fake fan. Like, that's a bit much. You need to calm down. You need to go touch some grass. Which, I don't know if you've noticed, but that is lately my favorite thing to say. I know it's not a new internet thing, but go touch some grass is just, like, my favorite thing to go say to people right now. Especially because I'm not around a lot of, like, internet people. So I was just like, where is this coming from? I'm like, don't worry about it. It's fine. You can Google it if you want, but it's much funnier for you to just be confused. Yeah, I don't understand that behavior. Like, there's plenty of adaptations that I don't like, but I'm not gonna hate it. But I think they get stuck on that whole adaptation thing. Like, they don't realize what makes a great book is not necessarily going to make a great TV show or a great movie. Especially books like these that are very internal. A lot of what happens is characters just kind of think into themselves. Especially characters like Perrin, who is one of the most internal characters ever, but there's so much depth to him. But if you were to just take his exact actions in the book, like, he doesn't talk very much. He doesn't really do too much. He kind of is quiet in the background, doesn't do anything. Which honestly I would have preferred over the Perrin we got in the TV show. But again, like, I understand things had to change, and overall I'm happy with it. And I just don't get why people can't just be happy. Like, they're just being unhappy on purpose. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with how her face turned out. There's a few minor tweaks that I couldn't get perfect, but overall, like, I love the eyebrows that I had. I actually had a hair that was right for, like, her headshot image that they released. I knew I had a lot of dreads, and I did originally want to use this one where it's, like, piled on top of her head and has the two dreads on either side kind of just hanging there. I really did want to use that, but that's like, it's not right. So I kept scrolling, and then I finally did find one that's an exact match, and I'm very happy about it because it doesn't happen a lot. Like, there's a lot of sim styles out there, but nothing's perfect. I also had the right kind of freckles too, which I'm thrilled. That said, I have not read any of the comments about the casting online. Like, I've just stopped kind of reading fan comments about anything Wheel Time because I don't want to bother. Like, I'm good. I'm good. I enjoy it, and that's all I need. I don't need to get involved in the discourse. Think of all my years of being a fan of many things, like, I just don't like the discourse. I didn't have really the right kind of outfit, specifically the skirt. I also couldn't remember what color the skirts were supposed to be for the wise ones, if they were supposed to be green or brown. Sorry, my dog's getting into something and I don't know what, but I'm just gonna let it happen. Like, I knew the shirt was supposed to be white and flowy, but I just couldn't remember the skirt. I know it's Elgode? I think they're brown, now that I'm thinking about it. I also did not have the bracelets, so. I was waffling a bit. I'm like, maybe I could do a Maiden of the Spear, like, outfit, but I was like, I really don't think I have the CC for that. So finally I just said, nah, no. Flowy white shirt. I've got to have one of those. Overall, I'm happy with her, though. Definitely let me know what you guys think. I mean, if you want to talk about the casting, I will talk to you about the casting. Or any predictions that you have for Season 2 of the show, which I'm excited for. I don't think they've given a release date, but I am excited. And also let me know what you think of The Sim, if you think that I did a good job kind of recreating the actress in question, or maybe how you pictured Aviendha to be. Is that, oh god, I'm already pronouncing things wrong. That's the worst thing, when you just, I know I pronounce things wrong, but I just can't stop. I do try. We're just about done though, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. As always, if you did, please give it a like. It does help bring like-minded individuals this way, and I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I will see you in the next one.